All right, financial math classes. We're starting a new chapter in our McGraw textbook. This one's all about savings accounts. So the last chapter we did was checking accounts. This one's about savings. Difference between a savings account and a checking account is the savings account, it's a little bit harder to gain. I shouldn't say harder, but there's a few more steps to take to gain access to the money that you deposit into a savings account. All right, so things like a debit card and a checkbook that you can use to make purchases or withdrawals from your checking account. You can't just do that with your savings account. So typically what you do with the savings account is you take money from your savings account and you transfer it into your checking account to spend. You can't do that with a debit card at an ATM. But like if you go to the gas station and you use your debit card to pay for gas, that money is going to be drawn out of your checking account and not your savings account. Typically, savings accounts will also have interest. You can earn interest on savings accounts, and we'll talk about that more as we get to it. But the first few sections of this chapter are going to be pretty similar to the checking account chapter. We're going to talk today about how to make deposits and withdrawals with the savings account. So starting off with deposits, similar to the deposit slip that we had with the checking account. This is what an example of a deposit slip would look like for a savings account. So here we have Robert Cassidy wants to deposit the following into his savings account: 28 $1 bills, 8 $5 bills, 24 quarters, 35 dimes, 90 pennies, and a check for $29.34, and a check for $124.19. He wants to receive $50 bill, a $50 bill in cash. How much will he deposit? So fill this out. You put in your date, the account number. All right, so you should, when you open up a checking account, it'll be given a number, so you need to write that number there, your name, and then you sign. Currency is paper money, coins, obviously coins, and then here are the checks. So the 14.6, the 35, 165, these are typically the check numbers. That's going to be the number in the top right-hand corner of the check. You put those in there, add up all these values. So that's your subtotal deposit. So that's how much money you're actually depositing into the savings account. And then less cash received, $50. So you subtract that from the overall deposit. So the total deposit is $181.93. All right, so let's look at an example of this, just so we can see where everything goes here. So account 421 746. So that's, you put it in these boxes here, 421746. Write today's date. I am filming this on February 2nd, so I do 2/2, or you do February 2nd, 2021. Put your name in here, Mr. Keller. Right, there'd be a spot for you to sign it down here too. Currency. So the currency, we are depositing 120 dimes, 25 quarters, and checks. So 120 dimes, that's going to be $12. Actually, I'll just write it out here so we can add this all up. $12. 25 quarters is going to be $6.25. So that would be $18.25 would be how much coin we're putting in here. We're not depositing any currency, no paper money. Checks, so you list them separately. So we have a check for $184.63, and then a check for $196.17. So you add that all up for the subtotal. So 18.25 plus 184.63 plus 196.17, and I made a mistake on my calculator. There we go. So you get 39.05, 399.05 for the subtotal. less cash received. We're taking out $50. So you do $399.05 minus 50, and you get $349.05. So the correct answer on that one is B. So again, just add the deposit, anything you're depositing, add all that stuff up, and then subtract anything you're taking out. Pretty simple, just like we did with checking accounts. Withdrawals from savings account are going to be similar. Like I said, typically with the savings account, you put money in the savings account, so you leave it there and you don't touch it. All right. If you need to spend that money, you go online or you go into the bank and you transfer that money over into your checking account. That way, then you can spend it by writing a check or using a debit card, or if you want the cash, you can go into the bank and withdraw that money using your debit card, or seeing the teller in the bank and withdrawing that money. But again, it's the purpose of putting in money into a savings account is so that it stays there and it's the savings. You save it up and you don't have it to spend on day-to-day things. So here, just looking at a withdrawal slip. So this is going to be similar to writing a check. This is something you would go into the bank to do. You'd fill this out. So you put in the date, again, the account number, how much money you are taking out. All right. So, and then these slips are only used at the bank, right? You can't give it to someone else. You have to do this at the bank. Put the amount in words. So 150 and 00. So remember that cents. You write the cents as a fraction. Here's your name, and then you put your address. Here, some slips you don't require that, some do. What is the date of this? So let's answer these questions. January 10th. So 1/10/20 something. What is the savings account number? That's here. That it's 559821. Is the amount withdrawn correctly written in word form? 150 and 00 cents over 100. Yes, that is correct. Sometimes what I do when I write checks and I don't have cents, I write no cents over 100. It doesn't matter. You can put it in 00, but that's just what I do. No cents. Who signed the withdrawal slip? Tyrone Shumpert. All right. So let's look at one more example here. Let's fill this out. So your account number is 164,759. So 164,759. I actually made a mistake. It's 106,4759. We are withdrawing $342. You write that amount as a number here in 00 cents. You would write it in words here, so please excuse my crappy handwriting right now, but 342 and 0 cents over 100. The date, again, I'm filming this on February 2nd, 2021. Sign here. There you go. That's all there is to it, to filling out the withdrawal slip. That's all I have for this lesson. If you have any questions, make sure you email me. Other than that, we'll see you next time.